Hello, everyone. It's Ursula from Uniquely Ursy doing my first go live. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes and hopefully some people will join the chat and will join the broadcast. And how are you doing this evening? I hope everyone is doing great. And I'll just give it if you are watching, please say hello in the comment section. Oops. Hi. Hello. Can you hear me well? Thank you so much for the congratulations. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I can't wait for you all to see Baby Uni. She's right here next to me. She's drinking her milk right now. I'm going to debut her in a couple of minutes. I'm going to give you all a recap of my birth story, and then I'll show you all Baby Uni, also known as Uh-oh. Okay. Oops. Alrighty. If you can hear me, can you put a clap hand here? Or you could type in yes. Hello, Annette Wilson. Thank you for the love. I saw someone say you can hear me. Oh, great. Thank you, Wearing Skirts Diary. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hello. Thank you, Erica. That's telling me you can hear me. All right. So thank you for watching my recap video of weeks 30, 34 through 36. Sorry, I have Baby Uni right here, so just bear with me. So week 37, the week of February 2nd, when I had Baby Uni, also known as Baby Gigi. That night before, I mentioned in my last video, I had got Gigi's Baby Uni's closet ready and her clothes. And that morning, I was scheduled to have my C-section at 10 o'clock on 10 o'clock on a.m. on Thursday, February 2nd. So I had to do a special wash. Sorry, if I'm bending over, I'm reaching the baby, feeding her. I had to do a special pre-wash to get ready to the hospital. I believe it was 8 a.m. Had to be there 2 hours before my scheduled C-section. I do have some photos that I'll be sharing. So I had my special wash and stomach. And thank you so much all for being on the live. Enjoy. I love you too. And then we headed to the hospital. My aunt was here with me. The hug there. I did hospital bed, but in my recap video from Saturday, I did not use many items in my head. But we got to the hospital at 8 o'clock on the dot. Went straight up to the maternity board, and had my baby at UFC Hospital in town Jacksonville. And I was nervous, excited, a little bittersweet because it took the pregnancy went by so fast, and I love having baby Uni in my belly, and it was just a delight. I was nervous too about the IV. My only concern was and getting the IV in my arm because I'm notorious for having small veins. So when we got to the hospital, they were all ready to go. I changed, and I do have some pictures that I'll be sharing with you all. So they took me to the prep room, and my sister was able to come back there with me. She was my designated partner. My sister here is on the live. Thank you all for the congratulations. Thank you. I'll join. Wonderful. So to prep me, they gave me a hospital gown I changed into, and then they started the IV. And so let's see, I do see a question here. Yes, I did have a lactation consultant at the hospital, and I will mention that in a moment when I discuss my post recovery after the C-section. Thank you, Wearing Skirts Diary, for your question. So I changed. They started the IV, and it took a couple attempts, and I had to have 2 IVs because my OB GYN, Dr. Delkey, he's a Black doctor. Because of my history and because of my previous fibroid surgeries, and I was IVF patient, he I was considered high risk, and he also wanted to be sure that in case I needed a blood transfusion, that everything was set up and ready. So he warned me before I got to the hospital that I would see a lot of people in my delivery room, and I would see a lot of equipment, but not to get freaked out, because that was just in case if they would need it, they would be able to, do the blood transfusion, and the team can go right into the services if needed. So I had to have an IV in both of my arms. So the first time I mentioned how my veins are notoriously small, and they were able to get the IV in my right arm right away. I was so happy. And then they had to do one in my left arm, so for the blood transfusion, and that took a couple attempts. So I think they shot me 2 times, and then I requested that they get someone else to help get the second IV in. And praise God, my anesthesiologist walked in, and she had a special kit, and she was able to find the vein right away. And so once I had that in, they gave me the relaxation meds, the saline. I was able to kind of relax some and get ready to head back. My sister was next to me. We prayed, and they wheeled me back into the operating room. Everyone on the team was so nice and friendly. They really relaxed my nerves, because I wasn't, even though you watch videos and, I did the education course, but being there, you think about so many things are racing through your head. And they wheeled me back to the operating room, and they put me on the table, and they had me sit over, and they did the spinal block. And let me tell you, my anesthesia was wonderful. Hooked me up with some great cocktail medicine drip. I felt just a little bit of pressure. They had me be very still. They gave me a pillow to lean over, and they did the spinal block. And once that was in, I was able to lay back. And the anesthesiologist, the operating room, they mentioned that I was for baby Gigi's delivery. And I chose, as I mentioned, and and a lot of my videos, I'm a Christian, and I had this special song that I've been playing all throughout my pregnancy with Baby Uni. I mentioned how every time when I got my pregnancy test, every time I had special milestones throughout my pregnancy, when I would turn on the radio in my car, this song by Erica Campbell called Positive would be on the radio. And so I requested that song to play when they delivered Baby Uni. I want to have some gospel praise music, because this has been a 10-year journey, and I was so excited. And this was the culmination or the fulfillment of so many dreams and prayers and tries. This was my 5th attempt transfer to get baby Baby Uni here. And so I want to make sure, sorry if you hear her crying in the background, I'm going to show her Baby Uni in a moment. But I was so, grateful. I just wanted to have Gigi come into the world, giving God praise and playing praise music. So I had a team of people. I want to say maybe there were like 6 to 8 people in the operating room. And they put the curtain up and they played the music, and I was like, okay, here we go. So I have the video that I'm going to show you in a moment, that shows the moment that they delivered Baby Uni. Oops. Okay, Gigi. Sorry, Baby Uni's a little fussy right now. Okay, so here is the video. I'm going to turn it up. All right, so I'm going to bring it close to the phone. Hopefully you can see it. So that's me on the table. They put the curtain up. And the moment they were ready to lift Baby Uni out my belly, they lowered the curtain and her up. So I'm getting. There's Baby Uni. And they curtain. So I'll replace me on table. And you can hear Baby Uni in the background crying as you pull it up. And that's her. Okay, so that was such a beautiful moment to me. I mean, I couldn't believe, and you saw how long when they lifted Baby Uni up. She was her legs and arms from seeing the ultrasounds. I knew she was going to be tall and measuring like in the 90 percentile for length and width. And when they held her up, oh my goodness, all I saw was legs and arms and this beautiful little face. I was just in amazement when I saw her. And so they took her to the warmer and they cleaned her up, and my sister was able to take some photos with her that I'm going to show you in just a moment. And they stitched me up, and I was just so happy. I was crying. I was just, and let me tell you, my team was so good. Didn't feel any pain at all. I was just rejoicing. Once they delivered Gigi, I also have requested they played some reggae music because I wanted to just kind of relax and sing some praise songs, and I had Steve Marley playing Don't Worry, everything's going to be all right. And so the minute that this is a picture of me and my sister in scrubs, my birth partner, me on the table for the prep when they put my IV in. Okay, mommy. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you all for your patience. This is my first live, so I appreciate everyone being so patient as I try to tend to baby Gigi and show you all the photos. So once they wrap baby Gigi, they put baby Gigi next to my face. And the minute they put baby Gigi next to me, she opened her eyes. And my sister told me that she didn't open her eyes for anyone. She only did that when she saw my face. So this is the photo of when I had cleaned up her next to us. Okay. All right. Okay, baby. Alrighty, y'all. So and then this is a picture of my sister holding baby Uni in the delivery room. And I go ahead and get baby Uni because she's being fussy so everyone can see. And then I'll do a recap too. Thank you, Annette. Okay. Okay, everyone. So before I show you Baby Uni, Baby Gigi, I'm going to do a quick recap and photos. So this was the picture that I posted on my Instagram and the announcement that I made when Gigi was born. So as I mentioned, my baby's name is Janae Ann Woods. And this was a photo when she was born. She was so precious. And after they delivered her, I was in the recovery room for an hour. We did skin to skin. And this is a photo of us. Sorry. In the recovery room doing the skin to skin time. And I'm so glad that I had that special bonding time with her. Baby Uni, Baby Gigi loves doing skin to skin. And so here she is right now. Here's Baby Uni. Say hi. So y'all, Baby Uni will be 3 months on next Tuesday on May 2nd. And this is Baby Janae. Thank you, thank you. And as you see, this is one of the outfits. It was smaller. I have a 3-month size, but she came home in this unicorn onesie. Say hello to the people. Let me see if we can lift her up. Say hello. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, the questions. Yeah, she is very long. Yeah, she is. She's gonna be tall. My donor was see these long legs and feet, and she loves staring at the ceiling fan and at lights right now. She's very alert and attentive. And when she was born, she weighed 5 pounds and 12 ounces. And I do think, and it was just a beautiful moment. And I will always cherish that day. I mentioned the team was so professional. Hey, mommy. I'm gonna see if I get her to smile for you because she just started smiling. The past 2 weeks, she's smiling more and more and getting more alert. So say hello, say hello. So say hello to the people. Say hi. Say hello. Thank you. Yes. So after I had my delivery and I had my 1 hour, they called it the golden hour for the skin to skin. Then I was moved into the recovery room, and because I had complications after my delivery, my placenta was. They had a hard time detaching my placenta, and they ended up start. And actually, I found out Sunday, 3 days later, that it actually hemorrhaged. And I knew they gave me the blood transfusion, but I didn't realize until I talked to the nurse and the doctor. I guess maybe they didn't want to alarm me, but they were so professional. But I actually hemorrhaged on the table. It was bleeding out. My placenta was having a hard time coming out and tore. So they had to give me 2 bags of blood transfusion. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Thank you, Miss B. I did have to have a C-section, and thank you. I had to have a C-section because of my previous myomectomy surgery, my uterus. I mentioned previously in my other videos during my journey, I have had 3 myomectomy surgeries. I've had large fibroids in the past, and that's what caused my infertility and difficulty to get pregnant. And so because of my previous, uterine surgeries, and because I was IVF, my doctor was concerned that this told me to not go the full 40 weeks because they didn't want to risk me hemorrhaging or bleeding out, and they didn't want my my uterus to rupture. So I knew going in that I would have a scheduled C-section, and the most I would go would be week 37. So as I mentioned, I had a Black doctor, Dr. Delkey. He was fantastic. I'm so grateful and thankful for his foresight and having everything planned and scheduled because, as I mentioned, he prepared for the worst case scenario. And what I found out afterwards, and to me, when I had baby Gigi, as you saw in the video, Everything looked beautiful. I felt amazing. I didn't feel like woozy. I didn't get sick. We had wonderful praise music and then reggae music playing. The team was singing along and congratulating me, and hearing baby Gigi, hearing her sounds and cries. And then they put her next to my face, as I mentioned right here. It was just a beautiful moment, seeing her eyes open, and my hands were tied down, as you can see in the photo. So I couldn't wait to get to the recovery room so I could hold my baby. But the experience was beautiful. I mean, to me, I just thought everything went perfect. And I found out, that I have Gigi on the Thursday. I found out that Sunday when I got discharged, that I actually hemorrhaged. They had to give me two bags of blood. And they told me that if I had delivery at any other hospital, that I probably would have bled out and probably would have died. So I am so grateful to my doctor, Dr. Delkey, and for his foresight of having all the equipment there and the team on standby, because they went right into action. And in fact, I didn't even realize like what was going on, because they did it so smoothly and everything went so well. Now, the only thing they told me is that when I was in recovery was that I would have to be in recovery 6 hours, because what they had to do, they had to insert a balloon in my womb to try to help my uterus to go back, my uterus to contract, because I was hemorrhaging and bleeding out. My uterus wasn't contracting like it should, and so they had to insert like this balloon to help the uterus to form back. And I had to have that in for 6 hours, and every hour or two, they would come in and deflate the balloon a little bit less and less. And best case scenario was that my uterus would shapen back up and the bleeding would stop. And praise God, it did. So later that day, I was transferred to a regular room, and thank you. I was able to rest and recover. Now, first, I did have a lactation consultant. She came in the next day. Well, actually, the lactation consultant was there with me in the recovery room when I had the 1 hour skin to skin. But my breast milk didn't come in. We tried to latch baby Gigi, but she wasn't able to. I didn't have any milk. So they gave me some donor breast milk for the first 2 days. And that was the one thing surprise that was one of the surprises I have, was that my breast milk. I just thought my breast milk would just come in naturally. I have colostrum and all that, but it might have been because of the difficult delivery with me hemorrhaging. Yes, Crystal B, I'm just looking at your comments. So yes, the placenta did cause me to hemorrhage. So my doctor said that my placenta was located in the back of my uterus. I think that's what's a posterior. And so they had a hard time. They had a hard time removing it, and it tore. And so that caused me to hemorrhage. So yes, the placenta. In fact, my doctor told me when I had my 6-week follow-up that they recommend, I do have one more embryo left. And I was thinking maybe I had a wonderful pregnancy, and baby Gigi has been wonderful. But my doctor told me because of the complication, and actually when they opened me up to deliver the C-section and deliver Gigi, I had a lot of scar tissue. I did my myomectomy last year to remove the scar tissue and healed. And the RE who did my myomectomy did an excellent job, and I was able to get pregnant with Baby Uni. But I guess during my pregnancy, a lot of the scar tissue grew back, and it grew back fast, which they couldn't see until they opened me up. And so that was one of the reasons why they had a hard time removing the placenta. And that's what also caused me to hemorrhage, was I had a lot of scar tissue. So my doctor, my OB, he highly, he highly, not even recommended, it's the order. I will not be able to do any more IVF pregnancies or deliveries. So, I am just grateful because, baby Gigi is perfect. I mean, if I couldn't ask for a better baby, she's my angel from up high, my special unicorn. As you see her onesie, I'm going to show you again her little pink onesie. Say hi to the people. This was I had a smaller version of this. This was her going home outfit. Was the unicorn, pink unicorn onesie, and now she has this one for 3 months. As I mentioned, Baby Uni will be 3 months on next Tuesday, May 2nd. And I am just grateful. I was kind of disappointed and heartbroken because I mean, it's so funny to me now. I understand why people can have, 5, 6, 7 children because you forget about the trauma of your delivery. I don't care if you had, that when you're spending time with your baby, you're looking at your baby, you're breastfeeding your baby, you're feeding your baby. I mean, my heart is just so filled with love. I want to do it again. I was just like, oh my goodness, I want to have another baby. Hi, Crystal B. My baby Uni was 3BC, so she was rated fair. She was a fair embryo, and that's why I appreciate. I went through CNY fertility. I had Dr. Kiltz. He did my transfer, and one thing I like about CNY and Dr. Kiltz was that he recommends you give every embryo a try. You don't discard it. And I'm glad I did because this turned out to be my take home baby. She was a 3BC. She was rated fair. And I had I purchased 6 eggs, and I think four of them fertilized, but I ended up with just 2 embryos. So baby Gigi was the 3BC, and I have a 3CC that's still on ice at CNY fertility. So I'm deciding what I'm going to do. As I mentioned, my OB ordered that I can't do any more transfers or pregnancies because of the complications that I had and because I hemorrhaged and bled so bad. So I am considering donating my remaining embryo. But I'm so grateful because, as I mentioned, this was a 10-year journey, 5 years of actively trying to get pregnant. And I did 5 transfers to get baby Gigi. I wanted a baby girl. God gave me everything I wanted. Baby Gigi has been so healthy. In fact, baby Gigi passed every test with flying colors in the hospital. I was the one that needed extra day. I needed time to recover, and it was just a blessing. I did. So the next day, the lactation specialist came every day, throughout the day to help me try to latch on and breastfeed. But as I mentioned, my breast milk didn't come in. I didn't have any colostrum. My breast milk didn't actually come down until that Monday. I came home on Sunday, and then I woke up Monday morning and my breasts were engorged and I had milk. So I think I just maybe need to get home and be able to rest and recover and relax. And my milk was able to come in, but it was very stressful because the lactation specialists they're very beneficial and they're patient, but sometimes it felt like I felt a lot of pressure and stress to try to pump, latch, get her on there and try to breastfeed because remember, I had serious complications after my C-section delivery, and I was really drained. And so, I'm so grateful. Thank you to those who have donated the breast milk to the hospital. I was able to give baby Uni, baby Gigi, I was able to get my breast milk to come in for the first. The most you could do it is 24 hours, but they allowed me to do it 36 because I was having such difficulty. After that, they put me on. They put her on formula. So thank you so much. Oh, here's my little angel. So that, I mean, that was the only thing. My only complaints was I did definitely use a lactation consultant. They are very beneficial. They taught me the different holds to do, football hold, cross the body, days latch, use breast shield, nipple shields, and a hospital grade pump in my room available. I had a hand pump, a breast. I think my body was just going through too much. Their breast milk wasn't coming down. So after the 36 hours, and they told me I had to put her on formula. And I will tell you, that was a very, I mean, I had to be done, but I was heartbroken because I was just in my mind, I just knew my breast milk would automatically come running down and I would be able to feed her. And a part of me felt like, honestly, like I failed because I didn't have any breast milk. And I was so, looking forward to breastfeeding. But in the lactation consultant, I burst into tears and she consoled me. It was like, it's okay. Sometimes it takes time. The most important thing is that your baby is fed and that your baby is happy. And that's what I took comfort in. I said, I'm gonna keep trying, I'm not gonna give up. It's only day 2 or 3, and I'm gonna relax and take my time, and I'm gonna believe God that my breast milk will come in. And as I mentioned, the 5th day, I woke up and my breasts were filled with milk, and I was able to pump. Now, when I did pump, I didn't get as much. I didn't get that much milk. I might have got like 1 or 2, maybe 1.5 ounces at the most. So what I did was I would pump into baby Gigi's formula. And so that helped me. And I felt like, she was still getting nutrients and also, getting everything that she needed. And that was a comfort. I tried to just, because I am older, I'm sure if I was younger and I had a baby, it wouldn't have been as difficult. But my breastfeeding, my breast milk just didn't come in like I thought it would. And I had so much, breastfeeding, supplies. I have some right here. I had to think. When I started out pumping, now she's drinking out of these bottles, which tell you, she does about 6 to 8 ounces a day now. But when I first brought her home, I was using this to press to when I was doing my breastfeeding, and I would get maybe like 1 and a half ounces at the most. So she's come a long way. But one suggestion I would say is maybe hold off on buying a whole bunch of breastfeeding supplies until exactly if your breast milk will come in. Because I brought a lot of stuff, breastfeeding stuff, just thinking I have it ready on the go, and ended up not using it. So I am going to bless someone with some of my unused, breastfeeding supplies. But I'm glad that I did get the hospital grade. I did get the Spectrum pump and was able to pump at home and able to supplement her. I was able to breastfeed for about a month, the first month of Gigi's life. After that, they tell you to breastfeed about 6 to 8 times a day, but recovering from a major surgery, and I was just tired. I was so happy I couldn't even sleep. Sometimes, I would just be up staring at my baby, holding her, just amazed at this blessing that I have and that she's finally here. And so I couldn't, I just wasn't able. I should have been more diligent, but I'm not going to beat myself up. I was too tired, honestly. I was too tired, fatigued to pump every 3 hours. Like they tell you should pump between 8 to 12 times a day. I think the most I pumped during that first month might have been 3 or 4 times. And that's all I could do. And every time I would get maybe an ounce or an ounce and a half total from both breasts. So I wasn't getting a lot of output. I'm sure I probably could have increased it if I pumped more. But like I said, the best was to, the best thing was to have a fed baby and a happy baby. And be on with my baby. Me and my baby were both healthy. We got home and safe and recovered. So that's what I would tell you too, is just be prepared for the unexpected. You go into the hospital, you go in with the, best, expecting the best, being prayerful if you are a person of faith like I am, and but prepare for the worst too, just in case, because, things may not go as you expect. Like I said, my breast milk didn't come in. It didn't come in until the 5th day. And when it did come in, I didn't get that much. But but take lemons and you make lemonade. That's my motto. So whatever I got, I gave to baby Gigi. And as you see, so when she was born, she weighed 5 pounds or 12 ounces. She did lose a couple of ounces, which is normal. And so that following Wednesday, she was on Similac, total care 360 formula. And so my concern was to try to get her to gain some weight. But as you see, baby Gigi has made up for that. Baby Gigi, her last appointment, she had her 2-month shots earlier this month, and she weighed in at 10 pounds and 6 ounces. So baby Gigi is almost 11 pounds. So she wasn't a preemie, praise God, but she was a perfect weight, I would say. She was 5 pounds, 12 ounces. She went down to 5 pounds, 7 ounces. After that, she went to 6 pounds. Then she started slowly gaining, and she's right on target now. She's on track. And in fact, so that I think by the time she's her next appointment, she might be a little bit over, but she's on target. She's meeting all her appointments and milestones. As you see, her arms and legs are very long. I can't wait to put baby Uni, baby Gigi in tap dancing classes and ballet. And I'm sure she's going to want to do volleyball, maybe even play basketball. I know my dad would love that. I played volleyball in high school, but thank you so much for the thank you. That's it. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. It's not doing it intentionally, but thank you that you agree about using formula. Yes. And let's see. I'm just reading real quickly. You've been trying for 5 years for your take on baby. Yes, Crystal Bay, I definitely send you all the baby dust. We're sending it to you. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All the baby dust. We're here to say, don't give up. It can happen. It will happen. It shall happen. Confessions, say your affirmations. Don't let nothing to stop you. You'll know if, when the time is right for you. But here I am got pregnant at age 49, having to be here at 50. God is amazing, and it can happen. I'm a living witness and a testimony. If you are determined and you still feel in your heart, you still have the desire, I would tell you to pursue it and don't give up. When there's a will, there's a way, and God can do everything but fail. Sorry. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm Baby Uni, and I pray everyone who's on my unicorn tribe subscribers. I have all of you for so many days. This has been a long journey. As I mentioned, at 35, I found out I had fibroids, and at that time they wanted to take rheumatoid here, and I fought. So to get the myomectomy and to keep my reproductive rights. So, and that's one thing I would say too. If I listen to the doctors, I listen to the people and family members and stuff, I would not be holding baby Gigi today. It was my own personal, determination and will, and to bring baby Gigi here and to save my uterus and womb. That's one thing I will say, especially with us being women of color, that they're quick to want to take our uteruses and tell us that we don't have many options. But thank God for good insurance. Even if I didn't, I saw a second, third, even fourth opinion. I saw 4 doctors to be able to explore all my options to save my uterus, because at 35, I was just like, no, this is not happening. I'm not getting a hysterectomy. I want a baby. And I did everything I could. So I encourage everyone out there, don't give up. I'm a living witness, as you see me here at the age of 50, holding my beautiful bundle of joy. I did everything I could. I tried with my own. Well, I wanted to use my own eggs, but unfortunately, I went through menopause early. Well, for me, I consider early. I started preparing menopause at like 41, and my menopause was finished by the time I was 43. So by the time I decided to go forward and pursue IVF, My only option was donor eggs, and I was fine with that. I was already looking into adoption. I looked at fostering a child and all these other options, and adoption was so expensive. And I really want to have the experience of carrying a child and being pregnant. So to me, I feel like donor IVF is the best of both worlds. You're able to, to me, I consider like, I'm adopting a child using donor, and I use double donor. Mommy, I had a sperm donor and I used the egg donor, and I got to carry my baby that I'm adopting. So I thank God for donor IVF. I pray for my egg and my sperm donor all the time. God bless him a hundredfold. My sperm donor has agreed to be with the clinic. He's going to be a known donor. So when baby Gigi turns 18, if she wants, she can reach out and to learn about him, where he is. And I have photos of my sperm donor, and I have an audio file, and I have a letter that he wrote to potential recipients. And I just love everything about him. And I'm just so grateful. I mean, he gave me the most beautiful, precious gift, my egg donor and my sperm donor. And there's not even enough words, not even enough money, not even enough things I could say to thank them for this precious life that they have made possible for me to have, and to be able to experience the joys of pregnancy. But most importantly, I'm so grateful to God. I mean, I just can't help it. I'm a Christian, and I'm just, it takes faith. It takes faith, will, determination. It takes it all. And I am just so happy. I'm so grateful. And every day I look at her, I'm just like, it just makes my heart grow. My heart feels like, they say when you have a baby that your heart, you walking around with your heart out walking outside your body. And that's exactly how I feel. When I look at her, my heart has just grown like 20 times. I feel like it's just ginormous because it's so filled with love. I'm so filled with gratitude and gratefulness for her, and just seeing every development. I mean, I would encourage all those people anyone who's thinking about being a thinking about donating eggs, or thinking about, donating sperm, please do. There's a huge need for African American sperm donors. I was so glad when I got my sperm. I got the last vial from my donor. I do have an African American sperm donor, and I'm so grateful to him. And it's just the most precious gift. Uh-oh. And as you can see, Baby Uni has some strong lungs, honey. She will let you know, as I mentioned on my Instagram. You can follow me on uniquely_Ursi. She doesn't play about her milk. When she's hungry, she will cry and let you know when she is hungry, wet, or when she's gassy. Other than that, she's just the sweetest little thing, and she's smiling a lot. We'll see if she'll get her to smile in a moment. But let me see. Okay, I'm looking at the comment catch up. Oh, so bad. Yes. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry. Got her bottle. Okay, mommy. Yes, doctors were telling me at 35, because my fibroid was so large. They wasn't sure if it was one big fibroid or several small ones. And so they were telling me to just get a hysterectomy, and I said adamantly no. And I did ultrasounds. I got MRI, and found a doctor. As I mentioned, I went to 4 doctors, and I found one who partnered with me. And we went in, base case scenario was that it was one large fibroid, and that's what it turned out to be. And I was able to end up 2 myomectomies after that. But whatever you got to do. That's why I said, don't be afraid to question your doctors. Don't be afraid to get a second or third opinion. And explore your options, fight for your rights. As we see right now, currently, I live in Florida. They are really going after reproductive rights, trying to restrict us. It's our bodies, our choice. I have no problem where I've grown as I've gotten older to learn how to question authority and research your insurance, research your rights, so you know what your coverages are. So sometimes the doctors won't tell you that you're entitled to. I have PPO. You can go anywhere you want. You can get another opinion. You can explore other procedures. Like, be informed. That's the most thing I would tell you. Educate yourself. Be informed. Find out what your options are and pursue every avenue. Don't leave. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't leave no stone uncovered. Every avenue that would bring me to parenthood, I explored it. Sometimes I had to come to a realization: do I want to have a baby, or do I want to be pregnant? Like, I had to be open. Like, what if I can't get pregnant? Well, then maybe I'll do adoption. Maybe I'll do fostering. As I mentioned, I was going to do fostering, but I would tell you, it was a real shock when I found out, when I tried to be a foster parent, that they make it very difficult. I was a single woman, and I was looking into adoption and fostering. I could do, but I knew it would be very hard because, as being a foster parent, their whole agenda is to reunite the child with their biological parents. So I knew, as I was going through the classes, I decided to drop out because I knew my heart couldn't take it if I bonded with the child and then they took the child away from me and gave it back to the the birth parent. So I decided I just couldn't take it, and I would rather adopt or try to see if I could do IVF or whatever. When I looked into adoption, I was living in Maryland at the time, and some of the programs, they told me that even though I was a great candidate and had a wonderful home environment and all that, but because of my single status, they told me that honestly, you probably be one of the last ones picked, because most most pregnant mothers want to donate their babies, have their babies adopted by a couples, and that was shocking to me. I never even considered that. Like, that's something I couldn't control, was that my marital status. So because I'm single and I don't have a man, that I may be one of the last ones to be picked to have a baby. I'm a wonderful person, nurturing person, have a healthy home, a room already. And yeah, so that's when I decided to go after IVF, and I found CNY. I joined the Single Mom by Choice group, and found out that I was single in my group, and that's the most affordable for me option for to do IVF and get my baby. So yes, I know I'm kind of hopping over the place. Thank you all for being so patient and staying on the line. I'm trying to get to your questions. I'm trying to feed baby Gigi, because right now it's 8:17. This is usually where she taking her bottle and going down for bed. So yes, but to answer your question, Crystal B, yes, they did. But like I said, don't take no. Explore your options. I'm going to look at comments. I see some more questions here. Wearing skirts diary. What would your advice be to someone that's hesitant to go forward with artificial insemination? Is motherhood everything you hoped it would be? My advice would be, if you are hesitant, do some research, watch some videos. If you want, you can maybe, talk, explore, visit maybe, a clinic, do some research, talk to people who have done it. That's why I joined a Single Mom by Choice group. That really helped me confront some of my fears, talk out some of my concerns. I talked to actual, mothers who've gone through the process, been there, done that, who gave me excellent advice. I know I could sit with their babies, it helped me realize that it's worth it to go through it. And to, when you're looking at the clinics too, research the clinics, make sure they're a screening process. I use Zytec in Atlanta. My second backup cryobank was Fairfax Cryobank in Virginia. They do excellent screening of candidates. They do all the genetic testing. So the more you familiarize yourself, you can look at the options, make sure that everything is on the up and up and, compliant with the FDA and, current regulations. I would tell you, the Single Mom by Choice that if you're single, you might be married or whatever, but talk to other other parents, other mothers who could give you advice and counsel, and those who've gone through the process, those who've done an IUI, or those who've done IVF or other things that can, help you come to terms or help you better understand or give you some feedback or things to consider about your concerns about artificial insemination. Motherhood is everything I hoped it would be and more. I didn't realize how, I mean, I knew I was going to be tired, but the level of exhaustion, the first couple of weeks, the first, if you could get through the first 3 weeks of post delivery, you can handle it. That was some sleepless nights. Oh my goodness, trying to figure out the different cries, trying to pump, and I was eating. I lost a lot of weight. So after I gave birth, I mentioned this, I was going to tell you. So after I gave birth to Gigi, I lost 22 pounds. And remember, Gigi only weighed 5 pounds. So five pounds and 12 ounces. So we say 6 pounds of that was Gigi. So one of the great benefits was, I didn't gain that much weight during my pregnancy. As I mentioned, I was hypertensive when I first got pregnant with Gigi, and I was determined I didn't want to be put on all this medication. I didn't want to have add any additional risk to my pregnancy. So I ate very healthy. I walked a lot, and I did so well that my doctor took me off my hypertensive medicine after my first trimester. And I honestly only gained I think I want to say maybe 10 pounds, between 10 and maybe 15 pounds at the most. I actually lost weight during my pregnancy and lost, like I said, 22 pounds after delivering. And I'm trying to keep it up. So the first month, I didn't have much of an appetite. I lost a lot of weight. I got down to my smallest weight in years, which felt great and amazing. But as one of my friends told me, as Annette, who I think is on the live here, she was so right. I believe me, month 2, your appetite will come back and you will be eating. So I am now trying to, get back active and weight going, because I'm still plus size. I and be here for her. So if anything, motherhood, yes, is everything I hoped it would be and more. And it just makes me want to, take better care of myself. I always took care of myself, but to just be the best me I could be. So be the best mother, be here for Gigi as long as I can. I just love it. And I go back to work on Monday, on May 1st. I've been out for 3 months. The 3 months flew by of maternity leave. I so wish I could have more time, but I cherish the time that I had. As Baby Uni is doing fantastic. I would tell you, definitely request to send the skin. I'm so glad, because I think I mentioned in a previous video, I was thinking about doing placenta encapsulation and all that stuff. It is I'm glad that I ended up not doing it, because as I mentioned, my placenta was very difficult to deliver and it had issues. So I don't think I would have been able to have gotten the placenta encapsulation. So I do see a question about pacifiers. Let's see. What pacifier is that? The pacifier, let me tell you, this is one thing I would say, and I'm so glad that I did. I am so glad that I signed up for all the different baby registry gift boxes. So I got one from Walmart, from Target, Amazon, Bye Bye Baby, from Baby Love, and one other place I can't think of right now. But they gave you some great samples, and they gave you samples of different bottles. I got a bunch of Dr. Brown's, which I like them. They're okay, but my favorite is the Advent bottle. This is the one I'm using right now. This Philips Advent, and they have this one that's like a great, but there's also one that's for anti-colic, and I love that one. So I would tell you, definitely get all the baby registry boxes, use all the samples, because you won't know exactly what your baby may like until you try them. And it was great to have so many options. And I also got a bunch of different baby pacifiers. So the pacifier that she's using now, I got like the MAM, I got I'm trying to remember. This is one pacifier that I got, and I think I got it from the Target registry gift box, the baby registry gift bag, and she loves this pacifier. And I don't even remember the name of it. I thought I saved the bag, but I don't. But I know it's from the Target gift bag. And I got these, and I would recommend that you get the clip-on baby pacifier holders. These are fantastic because now she's at this point where she's able to spit out the pacifier and she can project them across the room or across the crib, the bassinet. Now the going before it, so it's great to have the pacifier holders. So yes, definitely use the register for the gift bags, the gift the welcome gift boxes, and test out all those different things that they give you. I did use, I had a bunch of different Huggies. I had Pampers. I had some other diaper samples, and I would tell you the best ones I like so far are Huggies. I thought I would love the Pampers, but I love the Huggies. Right, the Huggies right now are winning for me. Far as the wipes, I had Pampers wipes, I had Huggies wipes. Huggies, I do not like the Huggies wipes. I love the Huggies diapers, but the Huggies wipes are too dry. The Pampers wipes, the samples, are too wet. I feel like they're too wet, and what I love is the seventh generation, which I'm gonna do a separate live, maybe over the weekend, or talking about the products, the must-have products that I use from the first 2 months of Baby Uni's life that been clutch. And I love seventh generation wipes. Those are my preferred ones. And I love Huggies diapers, Pampers for backup. And I do love the Hello Bello Balm and Aquaphor. Let me tell you, Aquaphor is wonderful. I know there's so many different diaper cream, samples and the diaper rash that they give you in the gift bags. And that's why I say it's great to get all those so you can test them out and figure out which one works for you. But as far as for me and Baby Uni, Aquaphor has been clutch. She had a little bit of cradle cap, and thankfully, I'm so proud of myself. Baby Gigi, Baby Uni, has not had a diaper rash to date. I'm so for that, makes her very wonderful. So I will highly recommend Aquaphor. Is great for keeping her dry, no rash. It's great to put on her head and her skin. Her nails were kind of sharp, and one day, when she's hungry, she gets really fussy. She'll like to grab the sides of her face, and she did kind of scratch her face a little bit. And I've been putting Aquaphor on there, and that healed her right up. That Aquaphor Advanced Healing Treatment, definitely get some of that for yourself. I highly recommend it. I used it. You can buy that with your FSA dollars for those of you who have flex spending accounts, or even HSA dollars. Buy Aquaphor. I love Aquaphor. I have used Desitin, but I feel like it's too white and too creamy and thick. I love the consistency of Aquaphor, and you can use it. You can use it for yourself. Also, the mother's milk, I think, nipple balm, the organic nipple balm cream. I used that when I was breastfeeding. I'll share it more on my next live, but that was great as well for when you're breastfeeding. But you can also use it on your skin as well. It heals you up as it heals your scars, and also bio oil. So, but I'll share that on my next live. I think I'll be doing lives going forward because it's so much work trying to do a video and thank you, Maylene, for your comments. I'm trying to catch up on your comment. Everyone's comments here. Oh, I'm grateful for you too, Maylene, for your egg donor. Aren't they wonderful? Those are special people that I pray they really are angels on this earth doing God's work and making so many people's dreams come true. Okay, Heather Page, you said, with CNY, would you recommend the egg donor package or do the cycle with the add-on of 4 or 5 eggs? As I mentioned, by the time I got to CNY, I had already went through menopause, so I wasn't able to use my own egg. So I had to go strictly into the egg donor package. But if I still had a cycle, I would do the add-on. I mean, you're saving a little bit of money there doing the add-on, and you can still give your own eggs, a try. So I would say start with add-on first, depending on what your situation is. If you still have a cycle, and you're able to do add-ons, do that, and then you can go into the full egg donor package if needed. I think it's wonderful that they offer the option to add on donor eggs too. Oh, hi, Veronique. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Tanika. I'm so behind. Hi, Tanika. Oh, I know you take those naps, girl. Believe me, because when Sugar Bear comes, there won't be much napping. The first couple of weeks or two, I mean, you're gonna be so happy. Like I would just like stare at the crib and look at Gigi, Baby Uni. I would like put my finger under her nose because she'd be sleeping so calmly. And I'd be like, oh my God, is she still awake? Like, even though I know you need to rest and they tell you to nap when the baby's sleeping, I would get up and try to clean some or eat. It's just the hours go by so fast, and then sometimes I'm just so happy. I could see it, but the transition, girl, is real. It's real. It's gonna be joy. It's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna do fine, Tanika. I'm so happy and so excited for you and Sugar Bear, and you look amazing. And I'm following along your journey, and I'm excited for you as you get into the final stretch. Yay! And one day soon, you'll be holding your little Sugar Bear in your hands. Okay, Crystal, I'm trying to get through the comments here. If you have more questions, make sure you comment section. Crystal B, only 3 months maternity leave. I know, right? Oh, let me tell you, times like this, I wish I lived in Canada or in Europe where I could get a year, 18 months. I wish I had more vacation time, but actually, I thank God for the 3 months I was able to get, because I know some people I've talked to, some barely got 6 weeks. One person I knew had to go back after 4 weeks. So, the maternity leave laws here is terrible, and some it's unpaid, the FMLA. But thank God, on my job I was able to get paid maternity leave, but it's atrocious, America. We need to come higher when it comes to maternity leave and coverage and paid. No, I do not have pain. Now, the first 2 months, now initially, my doctor said, one thing I love about my doctor, he told me as much time as you need, let him know, he'll write a note. But initially, when you have a C-section, they tell you between 8 to 8 weeks, I think, at the most. And for my 6-week checkup, I was not ready to go back. I was scheduled to go back April 1st, but when I went for that 6-week, I had a lot of pain. Let me tell you, if you're having a C-section, wear your belly band. Even if you're having, I don't know much about vaginal delivery, but for C-section mommies like me, that I'm wearing my recovery band now. These let me show you. Oops. This let me see if I can show you. Sorry. This the C-section recovery band they give you is, yes, wear it every day. That helped me. That helped me recover quickly. It helped me to support my back. It helped me to keep my stomach together and help heal me. I think the first I wore it nonstop the first week. I think the second week I took it off, took a shot. Well, I think it was the fifth or sixth day. Shower and I washed it, and I had two. So they give the hospital on the delivery table, and then I had another one from my previous myomectomy in early 2022. So the C-section, the belly bands are are clutch. They are priceless. Wear them every day. They will definitely aid you and help you to to recover better quickly. Let me see, Crystal. Let me make sure I answer all your questions. So no, currently right now I am what, this is my 11th week. I'm feeling good. I say I'm about 90%. So I have, been very diligent about wearing my belly band and, elevating my legs and walking. It's very important that you get up and walk. The first day, that day, delivery day, my C-section, I was in the bed a lot. But that second day, they want you up and moving. And it's good for you, for your own health, to get that blood flowing and your legs, get you up and moving. The first days were brutal. I had a walker, I had everything. I had like I had a lot of stuff left over from my myomectomy surgery at home. So I had like a potty chair with like arms on it. I didn't need using it, but I had like a cane. I had a little walker with balls on it to wheel in, and that was so helpful. So definitely get up and move around. But right now, I'm feeling good. I'm actually up running. I have to take baby Gigi out in the stroller. We go for walks in the park. I don't care lifting though, because it takes a while for your insides, for your room to heal. So even though I may feel on the outside, 90% like myself, but there are times when I turn around, I gotta be careful about lifting or realize to still take it easy, because my uterus and womb will take, I think they say maybe up to 6 months to fully heal. So who will look after baby? I do have a friend. Actually, she is a former child care worker at my sister's daycare, who's going to watch my baby, and she is a certified pediatric nurse. She's that was her previous career, but now she is home, and she has agreed to take care of baby Uni. And in fact, she will be here tomorrow. We're going to do some more. We've done a couple of practice runs, but we're going to do one more tomorrow. I'll show her everything, and she's been great with baby Gigi. And but I know I wish I could have more time. Tanika, I'm so happy for you that you get 6 months. Enjoy all that time, girl. I'm hoping that when I go back to work, I'll be able to find a way to take out more time. I'm sure there will be. I know I have to. It's going to be busy. But I do want to take off some time, maybe in a couple of months, so I can spend some more bonding time with baby Gigi. But I'm really grateful to have these 3 months, because I know so many people don't even get that. It's sad to say in the US, we're supposed to be a superpower country and all this stuff, and our maternity leave policies are atrocious. They are atrocious. This is disappointing. But anyway, when I went for my 6 week checkup, I was, I wasn't ready to go back. I was still having pain, and my doctor wrote a note and extended me for another month. And so I'm so grateful for that. I was able to give it to my job, and they had no problem. And I was able to get the full 3 months. And yeah, so now at 3 months, I'm feeling, more like myself. And yes, physically, I'm ready to go back to work, but mentally, emotionally, I love tea. I love, waking up with baby Uni and spending all day with her. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, so you all know I'm in my guest bedroom. This will be Gigi's to her room when she turns 6 months and she goes into her crib. Currently, she's in a bassinet, and we're co-sleeping in my room. She has her halo bassinet, and I be in my bed. But I'll give you the real. There are some times where she's sleeping in the bed next to me, and I do have her like in a what you call, like a little Moses crib thing. But I have the halo bassinet next to my bed too, and that has been great. And let me tell you one other tip that I use that that it works. Warm when you're putting your baby in the bed, use a heating pad, put it on low to warm it up, especially when your baby has done a lot of skin to skin, like baby Uni. And for those who joined the live, you haven't seen baby Uni, she's falling asleep, but oh, okay, mommy. Here she is. Sorry. And for those who may have joined late and you didn't get a chance to see baby Gigi, baby Uni, she's gone to sleep. This is her bedtime. Let me tell you, I'm so proud of myself. I have baby Uni we're on a good schedule. I'm so proud of her. So she's usually has her bottle. Right now it's 8:39. You see, she's asleep. I give her bottle at 8 o'clock, and usually she is sleeping by 8:30 or 9. So look, baby Uni is on track. She's on schedule. I'm so proud. And baby Uni now is, excuse me, mama. She's sleeping about 6 to 7 hours a night. So that gives me time to get some really good quality rest. And so she usually goes to bed around 8 and 8:30, sorry, 8:39, and she'll wake up around 6:37 for a diaper change or bottle. Of course, there's some nights she may wake up a little earlier, but she's such a good baby and she's sleeping very solid. And so the first month I was counting, holding her a lot. I was doing all the things. Like I didn't care. My aunt was trying to get her. No, I'm just gonna enjoy every moment. I'm gonna hold her every second I can. That first month, hold your babies. I still hold her a lot. I love holding her. And she's asleep now, but she has the sweetest smile. Maybe on the next live, she'll be more awake. I'll do it earlier in the day so y'all can see how she just smiling. Your smiles are so adorable. She's cooing. And I can't wait to hear that first laugh. But that first month, hold your babies, kiss them, love them, hug them, smell them, like, change them, just, I don't regret holding, I held my baby maybe like 23 hours out of 24. I didn't want to put her down. And that is okay. Depending on maybe some of your family members, friends may say, oh, you're holding your baby too much. You can never hold a baby too much. Babies need all the love. You can never not, love a baby too much. I don't think so. And my baby is the sweetest, and I'm so glad that that things went so well. So sorry, let me get to your comments. I'm following y'all. I live in Canada. I'm getting 18 months maternity leave package when my baby comes. Oh, you are blessed, Crystal. Congratulations and on your baby. And yes, take every day of that maternity leave. Thank you, Nakia. Yes, she is a doll. I know, right? Oh, she's my little baby doll. Nika, thank you. Yes. How much does she weigh now? Now I have to say she's between 11, almost 12 pounds. At her last doctor's appointment, she was 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 6 ounces, but she has been eating it up since then. But she's still, even though she may look, she looks chunky and stuff in photos, but she's still pretty small. She's a small baby and she's tall and long, as you can see. Oops. No, she is a long baby. And let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, Crystal B, can you tell us when are you due? And congratulations on your current pregnancy. Let's see. Yes, thank you. I know, right? Wow, only 3 months. She's not even 3 months yet. She'll be 3 months next Tuesday. She's still 2 months and she's sleeping. I know, 6 hours, actually seven. So I will tell you that's possible. And let me tell you, I started doing this on month 2. The first month, I wasn't even concerned about trying to put her on no schedule. When she woke up, I got up. When she cried, I jumped up. I was just soaking in every little thing. And I would tell you, be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. Just enjoy that one-on-one bonding time. You'll feel all kind of advice and feedback and voices and information coming to you in comments. And I had to just let it go over my back. Don't care. I'm doing what's best for me and my body and what me and my baby and what I feel is best. And I would tell you, those first couple of weeks, just bond with your baby. It's a special time. I mean, I cannot believe that right now, baby Uni is 11 pounds. Her voice was only 5 pounds, 12 ounces. She was so small and her looks have changed so much just in these past 2 months. Okay, Crystal, I see your comment. I'm going to post so Tanika can see. I'm not preggo yet. Embryo transfers in 2 weeks. All right. Well, good luck. luck to you. I'm praying that all goes well and that you will get your big positive, that 2023 will be your year of manifestations and you'll get your take home baby. Here you go, Tanika, in case I'm sure you probably saw her response, but she told you congratulations on your pregnancy and sugar bear. Um, yeah, so the weeks go by so fast, and it seems like just yesterday I gave birth to baby Uni, and and here it is. 3 months have flown by, and I'm going back to work. I'm like, oh my goodness, next week. So, cherish every moment because I still have. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all. This is the little hat they gave me the day that she was born. So here in this photo, I have the photo framed. I don't know if you can see it. But see in that picture, she's wearing the little hat in the bassinet. And I kept it for a memento. I'm going to keep it. So this was the hat they had on her head. And look how small it is. And now her head is so big it won't fit on there. But I'm keeping this as a memento in her baby book. Um, these are the belly bands that they gave me when I went in for my weekly NST appointments to check her heartbeat and ultrasound. They told me I could keep them. So I'm keeping these too. These are mementos for me and to share with baby Uni one day. This is another newborn hat. One of the hospitals, the UF Health and Shands Hospital, they have a program where some of the women crochet hats for the babies. And this was one that was on baby Uni when I was in the hospital. So I cherish all those things. Here you go. Okay, I'm trying to catch up the comments here. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Roseanne. Yes, she is precious. Let's see. Crystal Beats. Tanika is sending you baby doves. Yes, yes. And yes, I'm sending that to you as well, Crystal B. Thank you so much. I will show you the outfit that I brought baby Uni home from the hospital. So as I mentioned, I was in the hospital for 3 days. So I went in on Thursday and went home on Sunday. They did, while we were in the hospital, they did a series of tests on baby Uni. They did a hearing test. Everything she passed with flying colors. Baby Uni was actually able to go home on Saturday. It was me who needed more time. So that's how well baby Uni did, honey. I'm so proud. And let me tell you, my baby was the talk of the ward. Me and baby Uni were the talk of the maternity ward because one, they could not believe that there was a 50-year-old woman who just gave birth on the floor. And two, baby Uni is so cute. From day one, she had people lined up. Everyone wanted to come see her, hold her. Well, they didn't really hold her, but come see her, look at her. Everyone that she meets, they just fall in love with her. And I had so many nurses come to me, even my lactation nurse, telling me how much I inspired them. They were so motivated when I told them my story. Some people cried, they were so, amazed by my determination and so happy for me to see that I got my baby, and so, and that's one thing about me. I would tell information is power. Don't be afraid because to share your story, talk about, if you're dealing with infertility like I went through, if you have fibroids, if you are share your story because you just never know who you may be blessing. Talk about, the doctors you're visiting, what things you're using, supplements, what procedures you have, because there's so many people who are suffering in silence and some people who feel like they just don't feel, especially in the African American community, they feel a lot of shame about it. They don't want to share it and they may come to you in private. So by me being vocal and me being unafraid, I guess as I got older, it's just like I didn't care. I didn't worry about. I used to be concerned about people and image because I grew up in a very Christian ideology. It was a really big deal for me. That's what took me so long to finally do IVF and become a single mom by choice, because I kept feeling like I had to be married first and all these things to get a husband and then get the baby. And as the years go by and I didn't meet the right person, I was just like bumping it. I'm turning 40, 45. I'm just going to go get my baby. I don't care what people think. I don't care what the church think. I'm doing what's best for me in my life. I only have one life, and I'm going after my baby. And so, share your story. When I shared about my myomectomy procedures, I had my own family members, older women, young women, telling me that, they had to have hysterectomies. They didn't have an option. They didn't question the doctor. They wish they had because, unfortunately, they didn't have the opportunity to have a baby like I did. So, you never know who you will empower and bless by sharing your story. Use your voice. And I'm so proud about that. Me telling my story, every time I tell it, it helps, motivates me. It keeps me inspired and encouraged. I would tell and say all the things I've been through. I'm amazed my own self. Like I did that. Like, like I said, 35, they were telling me, here I am 50. And at age 35, they were telling me hysterectomy. And because, I got so bold at that time, I was like, no, you're not taking my womb. I never knew it would be, 15 years later for me to have a baby. But, one step at a time, saying no, exploring your options, going after every, pursuing every avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't leave, use your power, use everything that you have, to get your babies. Just like I love Tanika saying, go get your babies, let's get these babies, ladies. Like we got them. And I really appreciate Tanika. I tell her all the time, but I was so happy when I joined YouTube because I was just like, I want to record, my channel. I was gonna make it private so I could have something to show my baby and show her how much and everything I went through. And I decided to go, public with it. And I was looking on there trying to see, are there any women in my age, late 40s, 50s who are having babies? And then I came across Tanika's channel and golly, I was just so elated, enjoyed. And then she reached out to me. We did a collab. Like, Tanika, I'm so happy for you. Like, oh my goodness. I'm sending you all the joy, all the well wishes. Like, it would have beautiful to see, you getting your baby. I'm so happy for your journey for Sugar Bear, and God is wonderful. And I just want to say personally, thank you. And, but God, that's what I say. I think Heather Page just said, oh, but God. Amen. Like, but God. And that's what I'm going to say. Like, that's a whole message right there. And that's something my mom would say before she passed away in 2013. She loved to say, but God. My mom always encouraged me. She was one of the ones in my corner who was telling me, like, go after your baby. It's coming. You're going to have your baby. And that's what's one thing I would say that's bittersweet is that my mom is not here to see my baby. I wish she was here. She would be the best grandmother. I'm glad that my mom's sister, my aunt, is here. She's the next, best thing to, and we call her Auntie Grandma. Well, actually, she calls my aunt, we refer to her as grandma because, I'm Auntie. We don't want to confuse my nephew, but, and I really feel like sometimes Gigi, she's awake right now, y'all. She's alert. She's woke back up. But sometimes, I'll be rocking baby Gigi or just talking to her in the house, and I see baby Gigi just like looking up and staring. And I really feel like my mom comes and visit me. I do. I mean, I'm just going to share y'all. I feel like my mom, I know she probably met Gigi first in heaven, and then God blessed me. I'm just, those of you who still have your parents, cherish them, love on them because it's such a blessing. Share your babies with them. But yes, oh, but God, but God. I mean, thank you, Heather Page. Like, yes, that's a whole word right there. It's a whole word. But God, stand on it. Stand on your determination, and God would do it. I'm trying to catch up to everybody. And I'm in about maybe 8 more minutes. I'm in the live at 9. Thank you all for being so patient. As I said, it's my first live, and I appreciate everyone. Okay. Yes, thank you, Tanika, for shining a serious light on women of color and the struggles in general. Yes. And also the supplements and her cooking plan. Yes. So thank you, Tanika. I know, right? I really feel like that. My mom is smiling down on both of you. Yes. And like I said, I really feel like she's and I love it. Yeah, she's welcome to come. I just wish I could hug my mom one more time, but I know she's here with us in spirit. Do you, Crystal B, do you ever feel resentful over the length of time it took you to get to this point of having your baby in your arms. You know, hindsight is 2020. In a way, I am kind of resentful, but you know what? I can't because I might not have been able to handle it at that time. There's a lot of things going on. I took care of my mom before she passed away. My mom had some serious health issues. There were things going through in my life. I was going through, career changes and trying to find, get myself together. I don't think I might have been ready, even though I thought I was. I can't question that. God's timing is perfect. So if it was meant to be sooner, it would have happened. But you know what? I'm just glad that it happened. And I'm glad that I'm still here. And I was, when I was younger too, I was real overweight. I was serious. I was morbidly obese. I used to be over. My highest weight, I was 325 pounds. Now I'm down to like 222. So I'm trying to get into 200. That's my goal. But when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have been healthy. I probably would have had even more serious complications, or who knows. So you know what? I'm not even going to put myself in that headspace of being resentful or shoulda, woulda, coulda, because if it was meant to be, it would have been. And God said now, and I'm in a much better place. I'm much, stable mentally, physically, emotionally. Financially. I have a house now. I have space. I'm settled. So yeah, God's timing is perfect. So I'm not going to question it. I'm just grateful that she's here and I got the opportunity to be a mom to her. Okay, Martine, she's a stunning baby. Oh, congratulations, a baby girl in August, and I'm 42. Oh, thank you. Everybody inspires me. You all inspire me. So, thank you, and I wish you all the best on your baby girl in August. Oh, nice. Okay, someone. Thank you, Ellen. Just saying hi night. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Oh, love you. Looking forward to seeing you again one day soon, hopefully. Yes, Tanika, his time is divine. Amen. Amen. Right. So I'm like I said, I'm just glad it happened because you're not guaranteed. Even doing donor IVF, even doing adoption, I've seen people. You're not guaranteed to get a baby. You go in hoping the best, and you expect, and you would like it to come home to take home baby. But there's so many, families and women. Unfortunately, like the adoption falls through, or you might have complications, or something happens to the baby, and you don't get a take home baby. So I don't take anything for granted. I'm just grateful. My baby is healthy. My baby's happy. She's here. I'm here. I mean, when I found out that Sunday, I don't know if those who just joined the live, I had complications after my C-section, and I started to hemorrhage. My placenta gave me some issues, and they found out I had a lot of scar tissue, and I hemorrhaged. And I found out 3 days later that if I had been at any other hospital besides UF Health where I delivered my baby, I would have bled out, and I probably would not be here today. I would have died. So I am eternally grateful to my doctor, to Dr. Delkey, UF Health Shands Hospital, my doctor, my OB, Dr. Delkey, had the foresight to have a team on standby. He had blood on standby so that when I started hemorrhaging, they were just able to grab the blood and do the transfusion and, get me stabilized. And I'm here today. So I know all I can say, just to the gratitude, and I'm happy. Even there's some days when you get bleak and you feel down. How am I going to do it all? That's what I'm worried about now. How am I going to balance going back to work and motherhood and sleep and all that? But you know what? We're going to do it. We here. God wouldn't have brought me this far, bring me this far to leave. I'm here, and we're going to make it happen. So yes, congratulations, Martine. I see Crystal B is asking, did you use any donors? And if you did, that's wonderful. Donors are awesome. And yes, thank you. Just trying to catch up on the comments, y'all. Okay, yes, Tanika was the first single mom by choice that I follow on here. I know, I love that she answering questions and sharing tips in her journey. Amen. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Um, yes, amen. Thank you, Tanika. We appreciate you being part of the community and for all that you have given. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it was. Yes, Sneak. It was very scary. And and let me tell you, when I had my delivery, I had no clue how serious it was because my experience was so beautiful. When I tell you, even when I think about it, I had no clue what was going on. Like I had music playing, I had praise music, gospel music playing. After once Gigi was delivered, and I will show the video one more time. Well, I think you've seen it on Instagram. I shared it, but I was playing reggae music and singing "Don't Worry About a Thing, Everything's Gonna Be All Right." I had no clue that they were under behind that curtain, trying to stop the blood loss and stabilizing me. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel trying to take the whole my babies. My doctor was phenomenal. I feel, I want, it was very important to me to have an African American doctor. I mean, I love all doctors, but I just felt like, I felt I could really express my concern, especially we see all the, the scary mortality, maternal fetal, rates, death rates and stuff. So I was really able to express my concern. He took my case and explored every option. He knew I was high risk. And because of scar tissue and all that, he had a whole team on standby and they were able to go into, and address my issues right away and stabilize me. So the only consequence from that is that my doctor told me I am not able to do any more IVF pregnancies, no pregnancies at all, no more babies for me. I'm one and done. And that was sad. That's a hard pill because I do have one more embryo, but God, like I said before, God's timing is perfect and God's ways are best. And what I prayed and asked for, God gave me. I asked for a baby girl. God gave me a baby, healthy girl. She is here. Anything else that would have been a cherry on top. But the main thing is that I'd be here for her and be happy and be here to watch her grow up. And I'm so happy for that. Yes, talk to your doctors. Like I said, go in expecting the best, but be prepared for, things may change, worst case scenario. And it's really, really wonderful when you have a supportive medical team behind you. Um, Let me catch up. I'm going to wrap up in just a moment, but I just want to make sure comments. Yes, I'm so glad they were able to help me. Okay, so Martine says, thank you. No donor, but I did IVF. This is my first child. So grateful. Congratulations, Martine. That is wonderful. I wish you all the best. Yes, I know. Thank God I'm safe. That is so scary. I know when they told me on that Sunday when I was discharged, I couldn't believe it. I burst into tears. I just started, thanking God because I just couldn't believe it. Like you telling me, like there's a possibility my family could have been planning a funeral and I not be here to raise my baby. And that happens. I don't know if there's a great documentary on Hulu. I can't think of the name of it now, but it talks about the maternal mortality crisis within the African American mothers in the community, and it's just sad to see how many women pass away after giving birth. They have high blood pressure that goes unchecked. You tell their doctors they're not heard or listened to. That's why I'm saying it's so important to speak up. And even if you feel it's not right, go to the emergency room. Make sure that you're still here. You know, yeah, it's a really good documentary on Hulu. I can't think of the name, but if you search for it, you'll see it. And yeah, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm doing well. I fully recovered. Me and baby Gigi, baby Uni are doing fantastic. As you see here, she's so alert. I'm gonna give her one more view, and usually she's asleep by now, but she's still here. She's woken back up. And as I mentioned, she's wearing her little unicorn onesie. So you see his little long legs. So, and on that note, this was the outfit that I brought baby Uni home in. I'm saving the patch down. That was her onesie, and this was her going home cover up, a little unicorn onesie cover up. So I appreciate it's 9:04, so I know time has been going. I appreciate you all for joining me on the live. My very first one. I think it went pretty well. Hopefully my internet acted right. Thank you, Crystal V. Yeah, she is a pretty girl. And I love dressing her up. You know, right now she doesn't have much hair. Let me tell you, that's the only one concern too. Well, it's not really a concern, but I sometimes I'm in the store and people say, "Oh, is it what a beautiful boy?" I'm like, "You see all this pink on my baby?" But I know nowadays, you can't go by color. There's different rows, and so. But she doesn't have much hair. See, she doesn't have that much hair. But my family members and friends, some old moms are telling me that's a good sign. Like, don't be concerned about that because a lot of the hair will come in later, and that means that she will have a lot of hair. So we'll see. Because I have, as you see, I have all the headbands. I got bows. I got turbans. We got all kind of things. I can't wait to do her hair in different styles, but in a way, I'm kind of glad that I can just slap a bow on there right now or do a headband because I didn't really. One of the things I was going to do was practice different hairstyle, baby hairstyles. I didn't get a chance to do that, so now I got time to work on that. So let me see. I'm trying to think what else. Um, I think I shared everything. Oh, I'll share two other things. So in the hospital, as I mentioned, lactation nurses are wonderful. Use them. They are a great benefit. And like I said, the only drawback I felt like I was a little pressured too much to pump, pump, pump when I was, exhausted from my complications from my procedure. But still, they are excellent. Use your lactation nurses. They are highly beneficial. They gave me some wonderful techniques and some wonderful advice. Also, I got some great books. This one was Sleep Baby, Safe Snug. I was in a healthy start program. And this was a book just telling you the importance of the baby, having the baby sleep on their backs at night. And my healthy start caseworker, she gave me this beautiful gift. Look, it's a stork and it says special delivery. And it was a personal gift that she gave me that was for family. She wanted to give it to a special person. She gave it to me. So I was so touched. I cried. Let me tell you, I'm so emotional. I'm already a sappy, person as it is, but having a baby just get even more so. So I just cried tears of joy. I tear up in a minute, kind of like when I was pregnant. That fourth trimester is real. Like I used to read about that in the pregnancy books and all that. Yes, it's very true. Fourth trimester is a thing. You will, and get ready. It's a beautiful thing too. But and you do make sure you get some rest, but do pay attention to your body and your emotional and mental health because postpartum depression is real. If you're going more than 2 weeks and you're feeling like anxiety or different, depression or not sleeping or not eating, make sure you get evaluations, to because we know you want to make sure not just our physical health, but our emotional and mental health are well, or is well also. So I think I shared everything for now. Thank you all for watching and listening to my birth story and meeting baby Gigi, which her full name is Janae. So Janae Ann Woods, and lift her up one more time. Usually she's asleep by now, but she's woke up because I'm talking. So thank you all for taking your time out your day. Hopefully, I think there will be a replay on here. This is my very first live, but thank you for all joining me to meet Baby Uni, also known as Baby Gigi. Her real name is Janae. Um, Janae Ann Woods. Ann was my mom's middle name, so that's a tribute to my mom. And Janae means God has answered. So my sister came up with my baby name. I want to special. I heard like that because prayer, and determination, and God got me here. So as baby Gigi is yawning, I'm gonna tell y'all good night. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you on my journey as we're here on the other side and seeing the manifestations. The promise that came, baby Gigi is here, and I will see you on the next live. I will do another live maybe on the weekend or next week. So thank you all for joining me. week, I'll announce it. Talking about all right. Uh-oh. So good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you. Kisses to you all. And be blessed.